Good morning everyone. This is Kamikawa Kaolin. Koreans lie. Chinese people were still better. Is the word of an old lady who lived on the pre-war peninsula. In South Korea, similar to China, for the benefit of the nation, the people, and the family for a long time. There is an ethical view that allows falsehood, distortion, and fabrication. Indeed, South Korea did not feel guilty, withdrew its previous words, and lied to lies. To win, lies, forgery, fraud, tears, tells, threats, blackmail, takeovers, and so on. Just like a yakuza develop a victim business, using all means, and, this is justice in Korea, it is natural that the world feels aversion to South Korea. In particular, the countries that dislike South Korea are mainly Asian countries and countries other than white people. The Latin American region is prominent. Is it because Koreans originally wanted to deceive their inferiority complex? It comes from the consciousness that I cannot help thinking that all races other than myself are inferior. A strong sense of discrimination is at the root of the spirit. Therefore, when the conglomerate and the Korean government push the business, they only see the local people as slaves. I have many proceedings due to troubles. And especially for Brazilians, Hispanics, and blacks. I think you are looking down on it. Even in tourist spots, Koreans have a bad reputation when they scatter garbage and speak loudly. If you are careful, immediately call your friends, and not only screaming in a group, crying, beating immediately, but also drinking alcohol in a no-drinking area. Whenever I speak, I always boast about Japan is, and I don't listen to people. In some countries, it is even listed in shops and tourist spots as Korean refusal. Then, he says, I'm discriminating against Koreans. It's out of control. If you list the incidents that have occurred all over the world so far, although these are just the tip of the iceberg. 1. In Argentina, it has been selected as the #1 race to be expelled, the 28th of November 2002. The causes are robbery murder of 20 to 30 people, and rape, and dog meat incident. A few years ago, a neighbor videotaped a Korean catching a dog. A big book was written on TV and all daily newspapers saying, "Catch a Korean dog." For the next few years, Koreans barbarians, thieves, tax evaders, aliens exploiting locals, dirty races, people to be banished, was called, and was ranked #1 in most disliked people. 2. It has been reported in Thailand that you should never go to South Korea. The 19th of April 2002, in response to the fact that 10,000 Thais were denied entry or deported annually due to explicit discrimination by immigration inspectors. It was reported by the angry Thai media. 3. It has been reported that people cannot coexist in Mexico. It was also reported that Koreans are mafia. 4. The Philippine authorities have issued a Korean warning order to women in their own country. The 24th of January 2005, Korean businessman. He has also been assaulted by a Filipino, a former employee who worked for a Korean company. The assaulted Filipinos have been badly treated in South Korea and are believed to be in revenge. The Korean was deported from the Philippines. 5. The Sherpa Union in Nepal. He has officially stated that he will not provide directions for Korean climbers in the future. The reason is that Koreans hit trivial things right away. 6. In Kiribati, people with disordered sex are called Korokoria. 7. In 1999, the U.S. government officially issued a rape warning by Koreans. It has also been reported that there are many problematic children among Korean students at private schools in the United States, and Koreatown in Los Angeles is a lawless area. Koreans are vulgar, greedy, arrogant, and discriminatory, a Black American newspaper reported. In addition, it was selected as the most distant ethnic group in a questionnaire by Black students. The 1992 Los Angeles riot was said to be half caused by Koreans. The reason is that he assaulted and shot dead a black girl who shoplifted. Because it's only 5 years of probation, 400 hours of community service, and a fine. All Koreans became the target of black hatred and became a riot. And this black girl is not shoplifting and is falsely guilty! ! It is said that 6. Hangul drunk driving warning boards have appeared in the United Kingdom. It was reported that Koreans may eat dogs in London. It was also reported that Korea is a stupid country that should not hold the World Cup. It was also reported that the Korean government threatened and discriminated against foreign companies. 7. It was the first member of the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, OECD, to be designated as a country subject to suppression of free speech. 8. The Taiwanese baseball boy team invited to South Korea, travel expenses are self-sufficient, is about to win. The match was banned because he was told that the victory was for the Korean team. 9. A bridge made by South Korea called KB Bridge in Palau has collapsed. The Korean company went bankrupt, the government did not guarantee it, and it was left alone. After that, a Japanese company, Kajima Construction, rebuilt it with Oda and built the Japan-Palau Friendship Bridge. The design is also better than the Korean one. The word Korea on the stone monument of the old KB Bridge has been scraped off. Even in Korea, the bridge called Sungsu Bridge collapsed in 1994, and the rebuilt bridge is also defective. In addition to that, the Olympic Ohashi, Shinhenju Ohashi, Hachido Ohashi, Guinaga East Expressway Approach Pedestrian Bridge, Zhongnam-dong Pedestrian Bridge, is collapsing. It was pointed out that the Ul-Changyicheon Elevated Road needed to be rebuilt, but only repairs were required. 10. Malaysia's Petronas Twin Towers. The tower built by South Korea, Samsung, is starting to tilt. 11. I think it is a developed country for developing countries in Southeast Asia, being ridiculed by all Southeast Asian nations. 12. In Saipan, if Koreans protest against His Majesty the Emperor, boycott Korean products. I have protested. 13. In Brazil, illegal Koreans are abusing Bolivian people. I have had a complaint. 14. A Russian dancer complained that Korea was hell. 15. In Switzerland, it was reported that, when I see Koreans, I think they are criminals. 16. In Nigeria, it has been reported as a disgusting racist Korean. If a Nigerian couple stood nearby on the Korean subway, it is said that the young people made fun of what color of child will be born, and cried. 17. The EU criticized South Korea as the world's largest exporter of counterfeit goods. 18. In Germany, it has been criticized as Korean as a madman. This is because I took a picture of Hidetoshi Nakata trampling on his shirt. 19. In Uzbekistan, because they are forcing human rights abuses to target women for sexual trafficking and anti-Korean sentiment is rising. 20. In South America, it has been reported as Korean who does not know manners. 21. In Cambodia, it has been reported that Korean airport manners are the worst. 22. In Australia, I learned about news of Filipino workers being abused in South Korea. A furious airport employee has assaulted a Korean visitor. 23. In Malaysia, the book Korean as Shit became a bestseller. 24. Furthermore, after a foreign woman married to a Korean entered Korea, she was sold as a serf. There were also women who committed suicide. The reason why Koreans are disliked is strong monoethnic consciousness. In other words, it means that we only think that we are good and do not coexist with other ethnic groups. Also, by hiding the aid from Japan and growing the economy, it seems that he thought he was excellent and fell in love with him, which spurred his arrogant personality. Also, I deleted the article about Japanese aid called Miracle on the Han River from the textbook. It is a small nation that hides with the whole nation. 25. Koreans are hated by the world even online and cannot make friends. Koreans are ignored in overseas chat. Even though it has been criticized from all over the world, I have nothing to reflect on. As usual, wearing the victim cosplay, saying, we were discriminated against. I continue to insult Japan. Monthly magazine, Voice, on April 18, 2013, don't be fooled by President Park Geun-hye's Japanophilia. Mr. Oh Sanfa, professor, Takashoku University, said as follows. Koreans only see the Japanese as money. Therefore, it comes unconditionally with the stance of, we'll help you. What's more, I don't have the feeling of gratitude if I help. On the contrary, with a small amount of help, I get even more angry. Is this the only value I have? Japanese people feel that it is terrible to get help for free without sweating. However, Koreans can help for free without sweating. I think it's because I have power. This is the same with politics, and if you help South Korea, it's worth the help. Think, because you are in trouble if you don't help. So even if I help, I will never express my gratitude. The same is true for apologies, and apologizing with all your heart does not work. Then, express that feeling with money. And once you help, you have to keep paying for the rest of your life. This is a Korean. For Koreans, never don't apologize, praise, give money, or feed. Koreans lie. Chinese people were still better. Is the word of an old lady who lived on the pre-war peninsula. The Japanese, and people all over the world, should never forget this word. Don't be fooled by Korean lies. That's all.